Hello everyone. So welcome to this session of Maya 2018. So in this session we will learn about the CG grooming, which is also known as here inside Maya software. So let's get started. As you can see, we have just imported this model, and also this model is a very high poly. So we will not put the hair all over the model. What we will do, we will just duplicate this model, control D to duplicate it and just move it somehow here. Okay, so if I want to make the hair at the top, I will only apply in this part. Okay, so I will only apply in this part and I will make some random here. After that you can have the idea how you can just make the hairs. Okay, so now let's get started. As I am going to the front view, and I will turn off the grid from here for a while. And what I will do, I will just right click, hold your right click, go to face and just select the back region, the downward part, and delete. Okay, we don't require this part, and also we'll require few of this part. So what I will do, object mode, select this W, and as you can see, we have to center pivot. So because the pivot is forming at the downward region, so I will go to modify, and here we have the center pivot. So now the pivot has been centered, aligned, and after that we'll go to the left view. And else what happens, we will just select this pen selection tool, and just if you press B and drag your left mouse button, if you just press B and drag your left mouse button, you can decrease or increase the brush size. Okay, so I will paint this like this. As you can see, it's painting quite well. It's paint like this. So I have just painted in a rough way. You can do it here, but I think we don't require it. Okay, no problem. So what else we have to do, we have to just extract that part. Okay, so right now I will just go to here, and here we have the extract feature. Here you have the extract, click over here. Now the part, both of them has been separated with each other, and go to object mode. Let's just select this part or just delete this part. Now this part has been extracted. Okay, so here we have the extract feature. Select this part, no problem. We have some polys because this is very high poly model. If I go to press 1, definitely it will show the hardened view, but also you can see it is so high poly that it's just smoothing the process. If you press 3, definitely no cancel operation. We don't require to hang up my PC. So right now will just work like this. Okay, so I will select this part, press 1, and now again we have to just center the pivot. As the pivot has been centered, no problem. And else what happens now, I will just make some dummy here at the top base of the model. Okay, just press F. This would be the top base, no problem. Just adjust like this. You can just put some amount of texture so that some here will look like here, and also you can add some normal bitmap so that if you have the here image, you can just put it. Because right now I'm using this tool, which is the EP curve tool, which is inside curve surfaces, and I will just drag random here, and after that we'll select all the hairs and just put extend, which is inside Maya software. So we are in modeling tab, we have to switch to FX. Okay, but later words, when we will switch to FX, we have n here, and now at that time we will use this make selection curve dynamics. Okay, we'll go to its setting, but at first we have to just make the curves, so that we will just put some amount of here. Okay, I'm just making some amount of curves here. So we'll just make like this. Okay, you can make random. Okay, press W, and if you press G, your last command will repeat. Right now I need to delete this, as I will form again. Okay, no problem. W, press G, G. So I'm forming some random hairs, okay? Okay, now as you can see, the hairs has been formed, and now what I will do, select this hair, okay, all of them, and go to modify, and here we have the center pivot, no problem. Control D to duplicate the same, okay, and Control D again to duplicate the same. As you can see, we have to adjust the hair and align it properly as it is going out, so we have to adjust like this. So this will take some time. If you have patience, definitely you can do a good result, you can achieve a good result, definitely yes. And this will take some time, no problem. Just select this and just move it somehow here. Okay, so what else we have to do, the vertex in a very good order like this. Okay, so each and everything you have to look, right click, control vertex, and just control C, sorry. I'll select this part and just move it somewhere here. Control vertex, select and just move somewhere here. Make sure that each and every hair is connecting to your surface, okay? So that means here will not look floating into the air. So make sure that just select all of them, just move it somehow inside the head region like this, okay? That would be much more fine. See, like this, okay? So okay, I will just select this, oh sorry, Control D, and just move it somewhere here. Okay, right now I have to just manually do the correction process. Okay, whenever you are working, make sure that you will save your file. So I'll save my file. Okay, okay, now here _001, saved my file. Okay, you have to make the version so that if something gonna happen, you can just go to that particular version and just do whatever collection you want. So version making is very important. If you're working in Maya, you have to work in the version. So the version making is important inside Maya software. And also just I'm just doing one more thing, is that just duplicating all the thing. After that I will manually do the correction. As you can see, some of the hairs are floating inside, and some are just into the air, so I have to just manage it. Okay, it will take some time, otherwise it will not look so good, so that means you have to give some time, and after that you can have a good result. Okay, so like this I just put it some of the hairs, and also here we need some amount of hair. Okay, now what I will do, I will select all the hairs, Control D, and just move it little bit. We'll select all the hairs, Control D, just move it little bit here, Control D, and move it little bit here. Okay, so that would be fine. You can add more hairs if you need, but right now, just for example, I'm showing you some of the features of hair inside Maya. Okay, now what else we needed, we'll just go to the channel box, and here we have the hairs. We'll not select the model and the this base model. We'll just make a new layer and right click, add selected. Okay, so we'll rename this here, save. Okay, now save your file again, Make sure that you're saving your file, which is very important. Okay, now what else we needed? We'll just select all the hairs, not this mesh and this was. We'll just select all the mesh hairs, sorry, not the mesh one. So make sure that only the hairs are being selected. Control Z. Now saved a file again. We are in FX tab. Okay, so we have in FX tab, and here you have the N. Here N stands for nucleus, as we have discussed many times. Here we have the make select curve dynamics. So I'm not implementing this particular part. I'm just going to its settings. Okay, here we have the settings. Okay, make sure that you will just reset it, and because all the values will change internally. And now we don't require the nerves and curves because this is hard to manage. Yeah, you can do it well, but you don't have so much of properties as compared to the paint effects. With the help of paint effect, you will get all the panels which is present inside the and here it will came to the attribute editor. Okay, paint effects we are not using the makeup dynamic, just putting apply. Okay, now as you can see, the hairs have been applied, and we have the brownish part, which is the hair. We'll go into the attribute editor, and here you have all the things which coming across for the hair. We have the hair system, shape, pfx here, hair system, nucleus, and time. Because this is and here n stands for nucleus, all the things will generate from the nucleus. So we have the clamp and hair shape. You have the hair per clamp. You just increase the value, definitely we'll see some of the changes. Right now we don't have some changes. As you can see, your hairs get smooth. If I zoom, as you can see, these are very hard as it just increased trimming and clamp twist. So all the things will change. Here is the clamp width, so you can change your hair from here, and there are many more panels. Just change your hair. Okay, and here we have the clamp width scale. So you can see whatever you want to do, you can do it from here. And here is the hair width scale. Clamp. So all the things you will get from here. Okay, that means you have to just keep on exploring whatever you want to do. Okay, you can just put some amount of fur over here, the little bit of hair. Okay, if you want to change the vertex of your this EP curve, you could just select this here, go to the channel box and make a new layer. Right click and add selected objects. Okay, no problem. Click over here so that it will not select your hairs. It will just produce reference. This is for reference. Okay, this is and here, and the bottom one is the your lines which you have formed. So I will just select this line. See, a dramatic change will there. I just select this. If you move, definitely your hair follicles will move. As you can see, whatever you will do, your hair follicles will move. So that's a plus point for them. You can easily adjust this. That means you have to just keep on playing with all the things like settings and all. After that, you can do whatever you want to do, whatever style you want to achieve, you can do for the same. Okay, that means you have to just keep on exploring. You can change the color, you can change the style and all. Okay, you can also work at first you can work in fur, after that you can implement the hair. So like this process you can work for the same. Okay, make sure that whenever you're working, we have discussed many times that you have to work on versions. So it's very important to work on versions. Whatever you have done, if you something get missed, you can go to the previous version for the correction and all. Okay, like this way you can work for the same. Okay, whatever style you want. If you don't want this amount of you can say the curliness, you can change it from there. And you can also have a render. Just click over here, make sure that your render using will be Maya software, because we are not using any of the Arnold's you can say textures and all, shaders and all, Arnold light and all. So don't require this. Only Maya software is fine. Okay, just have a look. As you can see, the hair particles are quite large. You can just decrease the value. It's not selecting because we are in reference mode. Just click over here, go to the attribute editor, and now you have the in here and all the things which come across for the hair system. Okay, so you can change the bend follicles and clump width like this way. You can just work for the same. Okay, there are many more things, like you can increase the sub segments height and all, which is very important. Or also you can play with some of the as you can see, the segments are in low quality, and that's why here per clumps, if you need to decrease, you can decrease. If you need to increase, definitely you can. If you don't want to display so much of here into your viewport, you can just decrease the value. Or okay, so now here we have the clump width scale. Can decrease the values or increase according to your need. Okay, if you go down, you find all the things like collisions and all. So as you can see, we have the color and all. If you go to dynamic property, you will get all the things like if you want to change some of the properties of the hair, you can do it well. You can as I want to show one more thing. Okay, I'm just selecting this and going to the channel box, and I think we will just hide this for a while, because we don't require to just put some heavy scenes into our. Just put a new layer, and as you can see, if you want to do some random like this, select this and modify center pivot, rotating. Okay, -90, and so that's the if I want to change the pivot, we can change it through D. By pressing D, you can change the pivot easily. Control D and just rotate the same. Shift D to have multiple copies. Select all those and right click, add selected. You can also just work like this. If you go to you can play with different styles and all. Definitely it will work. Okay, and attribute editor. Again, we are in hair system, so let's increase this. As you can see, if you select this and just go to channel box, make a new layer, right click, add selected, reference this so that it will not select by mistaken, and select any of the spline or multiple spline by holding shift and right click. Go to control vertex, you can control the vertex. Definitely your hair will change, as you can see. So you can play with clump, and you can play with the style of the hair and all. It depends on you. You can also change the color. Okay, so when you're working in here, if you're working in any animal, if you need to generate the fur, that time whatever you are focusing, just open only that particular part. Don't have to open the all the parts of the body, because sometimes your PC may get hang up, because each and every hair has its own poly, and it's all been calculated inside your PC. So make sure that whenever you're working, you just focus on that particular part. Okay, so right now I'm just deleting this hair, because we don't require this. Right click, delete, and also this, delete. Okay, so now we'll just need to see the hairs of our character. Here it is, and just select this here and just go to the attribute. So in here, here is system shape. You will get all the details panel, whatever you want to make, whatever you want to change, and you can also just have different style. It depends on you. If you use the EP curve tool in a very good order, definitely your hair will look like this. Okay, so with the help of simplification of the panels, you can achieve a good result. Okay, so here we have the maximum self illustration and all. You can just decrease the value if you want to do some amount of changes. Definitely it will work on the same. Okay, so like this way you can play around your values to achieve a good result. If you want to just add some beard, I'm deleting this for a while because we don't require it. And also I think to delete this hairs also, this one. Okay, so we don't require it, can delete from here. Definitely the things will be deleted, not this one. Okay, and not this one, delete. If you want to play with the beard, definitely you can. Okay, that means you have to give more time. If you can give more time, definitely it will have a good result. Okay, it's not showing. Here it is, no problem, because character is at the center, so we have to shift this and G to repeat your command. W, G again, W, G, W, G, W, G, W, G, G. Like this way you can work. Center pivot, Control D, Control D. Okay, so this is the most, you can say, time taking thing. You have to just keep on adjusting like this. At some part we have to adjust this manually, because if you can manually adjust, definitely things can work quite well. So if you just put like this, no, that doesn't work. You just select this and you just go to vertex. Sorry, we'll put this character in a separate layer and reference this. Now it will not select accidentally. So you have to just wrap this like this. Okay, definitely it will take some time, but you will get a good result. Okay, so I'm just skipping this part and just showing that particular part and this one. So select all those, right click. Okay, we have to make one more. Add selected, splines, save, and okay. So again we are in FX, and here click over here, paint effects, apply, cut, and attribute. This is the problem, as it's getting random. So to fix this, you have to just do few things, like just go over here, right click, add selected, reference the same, and go to spline and just do some amount of tweaking. Like this will not be look like random, because if you just adjust this, definitely it will not look so random, as you can see, like this. So if you can modify, definitely things look better. Okay, select all of them, control vertex, select this, move it somehow here, select this, control vertex, move it somehow here like this, as it's going inside the mesh. That would be fine. Control vertex, can rotate this or just put it inside the, so you can rotate this. Okay, so this is the main concept behind here and fur inside my application. That means if you have time, you can just manipulate this according to your need, or you just put it like having a reference, and just look at the reference and just put accordingly. Okay, so one more thing, rotation is very important. As you can see, it's just standing like this. Control vertex, select all of them and rotate the same. Okay, one selected at a time, and just rotate the same and just insert it inside the polygon, so it will look more natural. Okay, so that means you have to just adjust this. Okay, make here and just duplicate the same. You have duplicate copy, duplicate special, and duplicate the same. Okay, whatever you will do here, it will directly update here. So but sometimes you have to do manual tweaking, because here and mustache and beard, that's are not similar in both the side. To keep on just doing some random tweaking. So hope you understand the same. Let's switch to the next session.